Welcome, this is the Mustache Men, and this is our tutorial on how to properly hit a drum. It's not showing my face.
No.
Okay, good. Now this is how to hit a drum. Depending on your standards. And
Show them how you can't.
And your preference. How not to hit a drum.
Like Jake does.
Anyway, but that's one way. And now let's begin on the tutorial on how to do this. First of all, it depends on your kind of stick, what your preference is, what you'd like to do. This tip, now this is a wooden one from the Grand Ole Opry. It's that special series of stick.
This is from Nashville.
I don't know the details on it, like diameter or anything, but it's all your personal preference. You get to pick. This is from Grand Ole Opry, so it's not like Vic Firth or Zildjian sticks that are specific ones. But also you can get any specific wood or any specific whatever, any specific tip, any specific diameter, millimeter, whatever. But it's first pick your stick, and then also, unless you're Rick Allen.
You can also use a waffle.
Yeah. And then also, unless you're Rick Allen, grab your two sticks.
From Def Leppard, you know him.
And then,
hopefully,
now we can begin on how to hit the drum. Also, another thing you have to consider is the actual drum. The shell of it. Also, you gotta, like, what it's made of. You gotta think about what you're actually hitting. And also, who's it by? This one is a Bridgecraft one.
You can see
Not
that
recommended. That is the snare, or the snare gate. That's what
that's what makes it this
Instead
sound.
of like a tom sound like this, you get more of a... It just
See, it vibrates under
it
there.
gives it the...
Hey, watch, look at it, do it. You guys saw that it vibrates?
Exactly, so that's what it does. And then also, now, bring it back up to the head. Now, your drum head, you can either... Most kits give you a stock one, and it's just a regular head like these. From Bridgecraft. But this is these two are a remote. You can either get it coated or you can get a regular. This is a clear pinstripe, and it gives it that nice sound. This is also a remote. It is a Weather King Emperor, and it is coated, and it was, as it says, made in the USA. But obviously, it is a nice coated white head. It's a little worn down. Don't worry, it still works, but it has a chance at breaking. But probably not yet. Also, your stick also affects the way your drum is hit. So remember that when you hit the drum head. And then now, also Remo, there's Aquarian. There are many different drum head companies that you can choose from to get your drum from. And also different styles of drum heads. Anyway, sorry, I'm choking. And now, and also your drum.
Wow.
Anyway, let's move on. So now to actually hitting the drum. Depending on where you want to hit it affects the sound, the tone, the volume, everything. For instance, the outside rim, which I usually hit up here, but that's just my personal preference. I am not judging you on where you want to hit your drum. Anyway.
You guys should have seen his face.
The outside rim compared to the inside rim. Look here. The outside is where you get a usually quieter and more appropriate for rolling, while the inside, is meant for like hard hitting and also a nice, crisp,
crispy chicken nuggets.
Depthy sound that you're gonna get from the drums, usually while playing the beat or something. And then also there are different ways that you can use the rim, which we will get into later, as well as the toms, the cymbals, the bass. Get into all this later and the different stuff you can do. Let's start though. So
4 minutes in.
I will tell you, and then where you can hit it, and then I will also demo it for just a little bit of time. Anyway, but first we can start on the outer part. So this is it at low volume. I will do low, medium, high volume,
Hulk,
and then Hulk's father. Those are the different volumes I will do it at that you could possibly be playing. So first, low volume on the outer rim. That is the demo. Now let's go to medium volume on the outer. That was the demo. Now let's go to high volume on the outer. let's go to very high volume on the outer. Good. Now let's go to Hulk volume on the outer. That's not traditionally done. Usually that's for quiet rolling or something. Now let's go to Hulk's father. This can easily be done with 2 sticks. Small demo, remember. Anyway, now let's move on.
Even though it's like 10 minutes.
Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to the middle, not to the center. Now we're going to go to the middle, where some people might hit for certain things.
Just go to the middle.
No.
This is such a long video.
No, it's not. It'll be fine.
Hold on, I'm going to pause it. Okay.
Now, let's go to the, not middle, not outer, but right in between. This is where you can usually do loud rolls or anything to get that nice dynamic crisp sound within the drum.
The crispy chicken nuggets.
For instance, this sounds weird. This sounds normal. This sounds in the middle. Rolling. This sounds nice. This no. In the middle is just perfect for a loud roll. It is where you want to hit it. Now, let's go for the demos in the same volumes as usual. What do you used to?
Nothing.
Anyway, so now, first let's start with low volume. Good. Now, let's go to medium volume.
Don't.
Now, let's go to high volume. Now, let's go to very high volume. Now, let's go to Hulk. Good. Now, let's
Good.
go to Hulk's father. Good. Now, let's go to the middle section, where usually, not rolls, because it'd be weird, where usually traditional, like, beat type hits are like this. That kind of stuff. Or flams. Or flam triples.
Just do it!
That kind of stuff is done. Now, let's begin the demos. We will start at low volume. I had to remember there. Good. Now, let's move on. Hold on, we're making...
Just say hi, YouTube.
Maya!
Hi, Merry Christmas to all.
Yeah, it's a good one. Take it.
Thank you for the wonderful time. I love it.
I hope they heard that.
We're having a YouTube video. It's a video.
Woo! That one was really blinding.
We had to take a small pause in the video to say goodbye to
The grandmas.
Sorry. Now, let's move on and keep going with the demos on here.
We're just doing the snare, by the way.
I forgot to well, no, we're gonna do a little bit more, but I won't take as long. I think I'm doing it pretty short, actually. But also remember,
Yeah, you're doing it
you don't
short.
have to do it this kind of style. You can also do it traditional style.
Yeah,
It
it's
still
cold
makes
out
the
here.
same amount of sense, as long as you know how to hit it right. Also, remember how to hold the drumstick. It's like this, and you wrap your fingers, and it's nice and loose, not super tight. Anyway, we need to go. Only do I will only do the middle because that's where you should only be hitting.
That's what
Unless
it
you're
looks
doing
like in
something
there.
else. All right, so let's continue the demos.
Okay.
All right, so we already did low volume here. Now let's go to medium volume in the center. Good. Now let's go to high volume. Good. Now let's go to very high volume. Good. Now let's go to Hulk. Good. Now let's go to Hulk's father.
You should have seen his face.
Good. Now let's move on from the snare. Now the toms, it will take a little bit less time. Anyway, now show the toms. So this is the first one. This
is the last one we're doing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, yes. This is such a long video.
Well, the more you talk, the longer it's going to be. Anyway, but also I will not do the outer or anything. There's not that much dynamic there. Unless you're on the floor tom, the only thing you need to do is hit the middle. So I will just demo these 3 toms. Because of their different sizes and different heads and different tunings. Only in the middle, though. So let's start. Only... Stop it. This will be low volume on the first tom with the stock head.
You said you weren't going to make it as long.
I'm not. That was not near as long.
Yeah.
Now let's go to medium. Now, let's go to high volume. Now, let's go to very high volume. You need to notice the angle in which I'm doing it at so that you understand the dynamic.
Well, it's too loud and slow.
Now, get my face out of the picture. Now, to show the tom, it's so simple of a job. Alright. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Now you have to show the angle. Show the angle! Now, let's go on to Hulk volume. Good job.
This is what happens when the rage... This is what happens when the rage monster comes out.
Good. Now let's go to Hulk's father. Now, let's go into the next tom. This is almost over. Now, this is one with a head. It has a Remo pinstripe on it. It is not stock. But the resonance side is, however, not an ambassador or anything. It's also stock, just like the rest.
We have terrible quality.
We have great quality. You don't understand. Now, I will only hit in the middle again. Let's start low volume.
Can you even hear that?
Now, let's go to medium volume. Notice the angle. Good job. Now let's go to high volume. Now, let's go to very high. Good job. Notice the angle and the way I'm holding my drumstick. Still the same. And I'm a righty, so I'm using my right hand, not my left. And also it's easier to reach. Now, let's go to Hulk volume. I might have missed the drum there. Anyway, now let's go to Hulk's father.
We're gonna break the brand new drum head.
Good job. Now let's move on. Now let's go to the floor tom. Now you can actually do dynamics and rolls here. Just make sure to only make a double stroke or single stroke. For instance, some people like to do, like Danny Carey, this in songs. They like to roll like that. It's very nice. You may do it. Probably not for like folk music though. Anyway, now let's begin the... I will only do in the center though to save some time. But even though we haven't taken up very much. What? Let's begin the demo. Low volume.
It's 15
In
minutes.
the center. That's fine. I missed it on the last one. Now let's go to medium volume. Good job. Now this is high volume. Make sure you're getting the drum.
I
This is
am.
my angle. Good job. Now let's go to very high.
What was that?
Good job. Focus on the sound. Now, let's go to Hulk volume. Now, let's go to Hulk's father. Good job. Now, we are finished with the toms. Now, let's focus on the bass. All you have to do on here... Now, if you notice my foot and my amazing new stocking socks, or whatever they are, you could do heel up like this. Notice my heel is up. And I go ahead and or heel down. Either way, using the same part of your foot. Now, watch as I demo this bass with a stock head on both sides. This will be low volume.
That's a weird noise. Notice the creepiness. It's like...
Now let's go to medium volume. Good job. Now let's go to high volume. Good job. Notice how my heel is usually kind of in the middle, and the way I'm hitting it is downwards so that that goes forward. Good job. Now let's go to very high volume. Now if you notice, that is usually a different kind of tone. Or it is louder. Now, and it's more solid. Now let's go on to Hulk. Notice that there's a lot of movement in my foot. It's very unnecessary. No, good job. Now let's move on to Hulk's father. I will be standing up for this portion.
Even though you're not supposed to.
My knee. Ow, I hurt my foot. Anyway, we're gonna move on because that was...
I didn't show your face.
Yeah,
Oh
because
god,
that
I'm
was
wonderful.
There is a very difficult. Did we already show about the rims?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't think we got this.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't get the... No, that was in the previous one. Anyway, now let's go on. You can get a Pearl Super.
Wait,
There
you
are many
guys.
different
You
rims.
guys, look.
Because I flipped the switch to let me switch it back up. Anyway, so now let's go about rims. You can get a certain hoop, or you can just live with the usual ones. Shut up. Now, depending on your stick, too, the diameter does affect it.
This is a 20-minute video.
It's fine. Wait, is it 20 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Anyway, but now, I would recommend using this portion. Actually, we need to do the outro real quick. Goodbye, guys. So that was our drum tutorial. Subscribe and like. Goodbye.